Good morning everyone, today is going to be a unique video where I'm actually going to be convincing you not to upgrade. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So recently on my live stream, I don't really know the reason, but a lot of people are starting to return to NGS. I'm assuming most of these people have probably heard that, oh, December Masquerade is coming in and there's going to be the 3.5-year anniversary with the Super Genesis Festival, and they're probably just getting ready to benefit from all of those freebies, and that's why it's piqued their interest to come back to the game. However, the number one question I get all the time is, Kero, I currently don't even have an Exalio weapon. I'm still using like a Verschmel weapon or whatever weapon that I used to have back in the day when I played. What should I upgrade now? Should I upgrade to a Trisalio weapon? Should I upgrade my armors? What should I upgrade in general? And my personal recommendation for a lot of those players is don't upgrade now. Now, I know some of you guys are like, Kero, what the hell? What do you mean don't upgrade? Obviously, you need to upgrade in order to get the battle power to do current content and all of that stuff, right? Well, the thing is, with the Super Genesis Festival right around the corner, which is of course the 3.5-year anniversary, we will get another seasonal shop. For those who don't remember, the previous seasonal shop that we had actually gave us all of the different Exalio weapons fully limit broken. So if you did need, like, you know, any weapon, so I have my 2 swords, I have wire lances, I have Exalio spears, I have daggers, I literally have every single weapon fully limit broken already, because I was able to purchase all of these from the seasonal shop. And the same thing is going to happen when the Super Genesis Festival kicks in. However, the Super Genesis Festival, since it is the 3.5-year anniversary, I believe they're going to be a little bit more generous than regular seasonal events. I think they're not just going to give us Exalio weapons, they might bump it up to a Duosalio or even a Trisalio, depending if they do decide to add new upgrades in the December update. And because of that, I'm recommending a lot of returning and new players not to upgrade, because that would really demotivate you instantaneously. Imagine you farm like crazy for the next week, you finally get your Trisalio weapon, you finally get some decent-ish augments, only to find out that everyone else is going to get free Trisalio weapons and free augments, and it's fully enhanced, and you literally just wasted, you know, 5 to 10 million Meseta upgrading your weapon while everyone else is going to get it for free. That will leave a very sour taste in your mouth, which is why I'm telling everyone to just wait, because with the NGS headline literally coming out in 2 days, we're going to see what we're going to get, and then you guys can make a decision. And even if the seasonal shop doesn't give Trisalio weapons, Duosalio weapons, or Exalio weapons for whatever reason, it's very, very unlikely that they're not going to give you these, because, you know, it's the anniversary event, so they're definitely going to give you free gear to catch up and all of that stuff for returning players. But, you know, let's say Sega's lost their mind and they don't give you these weapons for whatever reason. It's still worth waiting, because we will get a boost campaign. The reason I say this is because, well, again, it's a 3.5-year anniversary, and on top of that, there was supposed to be, or I assume there was meant to be, a boost campaign in the month of November, but they were like, oh, we should save it for the big event, which is of course in December with the Super Genesis Festival. So that got delayed or got moved over to December. And so we haven't actually had a boost campaign in several months. So we're due for one relatively soon, and when we do get that boost campaign, we're going to get the Great Success, the 100% Great Success campaign, which means we'll be able to enhance our weapons very, very quickly and very inexpensively. And on top of that, you're also going to be able to buy all of your Golden Prim swords. As you can see here, I've bought all of these Golden Prim swords too, which are fully unlocked from the previous seasonal shop, and I'm literally just holding on to all of them until we do get that 100% Great Enhanced Success Rate boost campaign, so that I can get all of these Golden Prim swords to plus 90 at a fraction of the cost. Now, some people may be asking, okay, Kero, so don't upgrade your weapon. What about your armors? Your armors, again, it's kind of in the same boat. Like, if the seasonal shop does give you Exalio weapons that are fully enhanced and all of that stuff, then it's like, why, you know, you shouldn't really waste any resources in upgrading your armors right now if you're going to get them for free 2 weeks later. So, you know, really just take it easy. The only thing that I would pre-farm right now would be, of course, the urgent quest whenever that comes up, because remember, we do have the double urgent quest right now so that you can get all of your weapon badge A's. Because remember, when you come to the item exchange shop, go all the way to the bottom, the weapon badge exchange over here, you can still pick up HAL finales. As you can see here, I've actually bought out everything. I bought out all 5 Lux HAL finales over here, as well as all 5 of the Grand Gladius Souls. You definitely want to pick these up, but remember, they do cost 50 and weapon badge A's. You get 20 now every time a UQ pops up, because remember, you can do 2 of them back to back, and even if you have subpar gear, it's still very, very fast. The reason for this is because there is a campaign going on right now where the boss's HP is reduced by 30%. Now, if you're super behind and you still need to buy a lot and you still want to manually farm a ton of these weapon badge A's, you can always farm them in the limited time quest, because the limited time quest right now also has HP reduction. As you can see here, we do get the rare drop rate plus 100%, the fixed drop rate plus 100%, as well as enemy HP minus 30%. So you can farm this over and over in order to get some HAL finales, some pro grade grinders, all of the different upgrade materials you need for your weapon as well as your armors in order to make your Trisalio weapon, and of course weapon badge A's. So it's definitely worth running this over and over if you need to. Remember, you don't have to run rank 3 if you can't clear this quickly. You can run rank 1 and the rewards are exactly the same. You just get less weapon badge A's. Instead of getting 2 to 3 per run, you only get 1 per run. But you know, if you're clearing it in like a minute or under a minute on rank 1, and if rank 3 takes you like, you know, more than 4 minutes, then you should definitely just run whatever's faster. You know, efficiency is key over here in order to stockpile a bunch of these weapon badge A's. And remember, HAL finales do drop in rank 1 as well. I know a lot of people are hell-bent on running rank 3, and then they're getting, you know, they're clearing it in like 3 to 4 minutes, and then, you know, they've done like 20 runs and they've never gotten a HAL finale. So my recommendation is, if you can clear rank 1 in under a minute, you know, you can just spam this one and then just hope that you get HAL finales. But you know, this drops very, very rarely. Now, if you're hell-bent on playing the game right now and you're like, Carol, I want to play NGS now, I don't care about waiting 2 weeks later, even though it's more beneficial for me, etc., etc., there are still things that you can do without upgrading your gear that you can farm now. One of those things is, of course, for PSE bursting. So you can go to dex base rank 1. I made a video about this yesterday. You can make a substantial amount of meseta over here simply by farming here per hour. You make like, you know, 2.5 million-ish, somewhere in that range. Now, you know, if you're in a pug group, you know, you're playing with no friends, you're just playing with random players, you're going to make about 1 million to 1.5 million an hour. It's going to be slightly less. However, money is money. Now, what I personally would recommend over the dex-based farming, if that's not really your cup of tea, is going to be, of course, the dual quest. So dual quest over here does require some specialized armor. However, I did make a video already a couple days ago where I tell you how to get fully enhanced armor and where to get all of the different augments in order to craft those armors for dual quest, and you're going to be absolutely overpowered. Even if you're just using like a really crappy weapon, it's still gonna be more than enough to complete anything in dual quest. So if you do decide to do dual quest, I have left that video in the description below, as well as the PSE bursting one, so that you guys can just jump to that and understand how you should be farming if you really want to play NGS right now. So in conclusion, do not upgrade your gear now if you're patient, because trust me, 2 weeks later, you're gonna get a lot of free gear, and with the enhancement boost campaigns and all of that stuff, you're gonna save yourself a metric butt ton of meseta as well as other resources. However, again, if you're super impatient and you're like, I need to play this game now, there are still things you can do without fully investing millions of meseta into your gear. As I talked before, you know, you can always go to combat zones, the PSE burst to generate some meseta. And of course, you can always go to dual quest to farm for those dual quest capsules to craft those high-end augments that you can sell, especially when the price is right. And then there's, of course, the urgent quest as well as the limited time quest that you want to do whenever you can, so that you get all those weapon badge A's to guarantee those 10 high-end augments. So there are still things to do in the game, but for the majority of newer players or returning players, trust me, 2 weeks later is when you guys should come into the game. It's going to be so much easier for you to gear up. If you are a new player, maybe just focus on completing the main storyline. The main storyline doesn't take forever, it's actually pretty short, but nevertheless, there are a lot of game elements that are locked behind the main storyline, so you are going to need to complete that before you actually get full access to everything available in the game.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel, it really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.